Guys, fire away with any questions.
DJ, congratulations, first of all, on back-to-back AFC North titles.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Was there a kind of an additional joy in the fact that DeMar's doing better and you win that, so it just kind of ended the week on the right note?
Oh, yeah, man. It feels really good to know that he's doing really well. Still prayers up for him and his family. Just, continue that good fight. Just glad that he's doing well. I'm sure that helped a lot of guys out. I know me personally, you're thinking about that, but just glad he's in good spirits. And then you go out there to be able to get that dub. It meant a lot to us as a team. So just go out there and get it done. I know it meant a lot to the Bills as a team too, to go out there and get their job done, knowing that their teammates doing well.
Yeah, thank you.
DJ, how would you assess the way the defense is playing overall heading into the playoffs?
I think we're playing solid. Still got another level to go. I think we're getting hot at the right time. Guys are feeling confident. So, but we got to keep going up, keep elevating, knowing that this is one-game seasons right now. We're in one-game season times. We know the recipe to do it. We just got to go out there and do it. And we got a lot of guys who are still hungry and competitive, and I think that they understand how important it is. But we got to key in on some little things. I watched the film from yesterday, so I feel like there's some things they'll go in Baltimore and try to correct and take advantage of what we did, some things we didn't do as well, like yesterday.
And if I can follow up, DJ, the ability to turn teams over, seems like you guys have been able to kind of crank that up the last several weeks. The New England game is probably the reason you won the game, and yesterday probably another big reason you won that game, 4 turnovers. You talk about what it is about the way this defense plays that it can generate turnovers right now.
Man, guys hungry, guys savages for the ball. They really want to get the ball, and it's something we preach and we talk about it every week. It's on one of our goals every week, and we talk about our turnover margin, where we're at, and how that usually produces the wins. You go +2 most of the time, you're gonna come out with a win in that game, and so we try to do our best in making sure we're on the plus side of turnovers. It's what kills any sport, though. Turnovers are really the thing that kills every sport. You have a lot of turnovers, you're going to be in the lower percentage on winning games.
DJ, how strange is it going to be to play the same team in back-to-back weeks?
This happened before. I mean, it's just different. It's the playoffs. It won't be any different out there for me. But you go back, you watch the film, you got a little bit more time on film and prep for each other. But, we see these guys twice a year anyway. So I guess it would be different if it was another team that were playing back-to-back weeks. But we see it's not like we don't see these people twice a year anyway.
DJ, now having some time to digest. Run game so unique.
It's
so good.
It's an 11-on-11 run game. They do a good job of getting extra pullers out, just creating different math on the line, and it's different. Defense, you're all off the ball. Besides the 4 or 5 guys who are set up on the ball, so everybody else is flowing to the play. On offense, generally everybody's lined up on the line besides the running back and fullback. So when you have people moving that are already on the line, some people are already engaged with those people. It's cutting off half the field. It's making different gaps for the defense. I could talk to you about it all day, but it's a really good scheme, and you don't see as many people doing it. So you're trying to prepare for a scheme that is very unique to them.
Going into yesterday's game, DJ, it looked like you were most likely going to be playing the Ravens in back-to-back weeks. How much do you think that maybe they held back in their offensive game plan so you wouldn't get that good look in the playoffs?
I don't know. Again, we play them twice a year. I don't know how many cards they're holding. They're going to do what they're going to do. And they're going to always have some new wrinkles and things like that. It's a different offense from different people in there, but I don't see them changing up too much on what they got going.
DJ, what's it like seeing Trey Hendrickson kind of like heating up, almost like a basketball player, and he ended up making a bunch of big plays yesterday?
Oh man, it feels good, man. I finally get him out of my ear talking about getting a sack. He's just I can finally get over it. But he's been rushing, man, dealing with that hand injury. That's tough, especially being the rusher he is. But he's feeling himself now. That's good. We need Trey to be in that energy and that vibe, and know and that confidence going into the playoffs that he's going to get there whenever he wants to at will. So,
in addition to the sacks, can you just describe the ways he's impacted the game all year when he's been out there?
Oh man, he's an aggressive personality. He plays that mind game of those are the team's best players usually as far as on the offensive line. A lot of left tackles go out there. He plays that mind game with them. He plays that edge. He's a great leader in the locker room and, great guy. I love Trey, man. He's solid. He's solid as a person, as a human. So I'm very appreciative of him.
To touch on that, DJ, outside of just Trey, I mean, it seems like the rest of you guys, even behind the defensive line, like you look at Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, you guys are really heating up. How nice is it to have that timing where you're heating up right before the playoffs start?
I think guys know what time it is. Guys are excited for that time of ball. It's one game seasons. I think there's a lot of guys, they got that taste last year in their mouth of what it feels like to get there. And, they're hungry. They're excited and they're playing on the edge. They know that every play could be your last play. And especially with this season coming up the way it is, that the end of it could be the next game. So they're doing what they need to do. Everybody's strong and hungry, and we got a goal in mind. Everybody's doing what we need to do to get to that goal. It's not anything crazy. Like, guys are lifting. They're more important. They're becoming pros. They're taking care of their business, and it's fun to see.
DJ, kind of along those lines, is there maybe one reason or maybe a big thing that has enabled y'all to be as successful, if not more successful than you were a year ago?
I think guys are older. Guys are grown. Got some more guys just coming in. The younger guys coming in and playing their role the way it's supposed to. The team's young and explosive, though. The coaches, I think another year comfortable with players there, and there's more trust. There's just everything that you need in the system to make it go. It's like being in a relationship for a long time with somebody who you're truly in love with. Like, our team it's a good gel team, and we're all in a relationship, and that year after year, it's gonna just get better. And this year's a really, really good year, man. So everybody understands each other. There's things that you react to in year one of this team that you're not gonna react to now, just because we've been there before. We understand it. We know what happens, and yeah, we might get mad about the same old things or get annoyed with certain stuff, but it's the trust and the respect we have for each other in that locker room because we've seen that guy grind across from us, most of us, for 2 years now, and we understand what that person's about.
What's an example of that? Like, is there something you might be able to share about what that looks like?
Oh man, like if we give up a touchdown, I'm sure especially depending on how it happens, every offensive player is probably like, oh man, you just like whatever, or they go and stall out on a 3 and out. It happens. It's no longer even like a thought process of, oh man, are they going to get out of this rhythm, or is our defense going to keep giving up points, or is our offense never like? We don't even think that way anymore. It's not a thought in our head. It's like, oh, well, they didn't got out of this jam many times. They'll figure it out. Like, and it's not that there's not a sense of urgency. I think that's the exact opposite. Everybody has a sense of urgency of like, we got to get out of this so it doesn't last long. It's not like something in our head of we can worry about it because a sense of urgency to get the problem fixed is even higher on our mental.
TJ, from the beginning of this season, it seemed to be a sense of purposefulness about this team. Like, you have a mission, and there's one end to that mission. And although you did celebrate last night, it still seems to have that air of, we know where we got to go and what we need to do. Is that a pretty good assessment?
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I would say that's probably as accurate as you're going to get on it. You celebrate. So winning the division back to back is something to be celebrated. We got 24 hours of it, and we got to flush it and go get back to work, because now it's a whole nother season. It's the postseason, and we, like you said, there's a goal in mind, and we got the first goal was to have a winning season, and it was to win the division, and we've conquered those goals. So you definitely celebrate those goals, but the biggest goal is in mind. That's that goal at the end, and there's 2 more goals before that. You got to get the AFC, and then you got to get there to the bowl. So those are the next 2 goals on our list.
Thank you.
DJ, when you're playing a team it looked like they wanted to prove that they were the more physical team, that they're tough, and there was some late stuff afterwards. And normally you're not going to see them. Like, you didn't see them for 3 months after the October game. Now you're seeing them next week. How does that play into some of the stuff that went on yesterday?
Oh, man, I can see them tomorrow. No matter to me. Everybody for the most part, came out good. I don't think anybody's tripping too hard. We'll be ready to see them on Sunday. They can do whatever they want. Maybe it's just the way they play, and that's the coaching that they get. But it is what it is. We could do this. We could have did this again today. I'd go back out there and play them right now again. So I don't care, man. I'm just ready to see him again on Sunday. So we'll be prepared. We'll be ready. We'll be out there.
DJ, how different is playoff football? Everybody talks about that. It's kind of a different atmosphere, different feeling. Does it feel different when you're playing a playoff?
Yeah, man. The stars out, man. Stars out. It matters. Every stands is full. Every game you're gonna go to in the playoffs, the stands are gonna be rocking. It's gonna be packed. Every regular season game isn't like that, and it's a 1-game season. You gotta leave it all out there for everything you got for these 60 minutes or however long it takes for all these games, man. I think everybody has that same mindset. You don't see nobody folding in the playoffs. It's not gonna happen. Everybody pulling out all the stops, what they got to do to win.
Anything else for DJ? All right, DJ, we really appreciate you taking the time today.
No problem. See y'all.
Thanks,
Appreciate you.
DJ.